Hello everyone, and welcome. Today, we're embarking on an epic journey through time to explore the entire history of Japan, from its mystical origins to its modern-day marvels. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's dive into the land of the rising sun. Our story begins way back in the mists of prehistory. During the Jomon period, around 10,000 BCE, imagine hunter-gatherer communities crafting intricate pottery with distinctive rope patterns. These early inhabitants lived in harmony with nature, laying the very first cultural foundations of Japan. Fast forward to the Yayoi period, around 300 BCE. This era was again migrants from the Asian mainland introduced revolutionary technologies like wet rice farming and Society became more complex, settlements grew larger, and the first hints of a unified state began to emerge. This agricultural revolution set the stage for everything that was to come. By the Kofun period, around 250 AD, powerful clans had risen, leaving their mark on the landscape with massive, keyhole-shaped burial mounds called Kofun. The largest of these, belonging to legendary emperors, are bigger than the pyramids of Egypt. This was the era of the Yamato clan, who would eventually establish the imperial line that continues to this day, making it the world's oldest continuous hereditary monarchy. Then came the Asuka period, a time of profound transformation. In the 6th century, Buddhism arrived from Korea, bringing with it not just a new religion, but also new art, architecture, and political ideas. Prince Shotoku, a key figure of this era, championed Buddhism and created Japan's first constitution, laying the groundwork for a centralized government modeled after China's Temp's dynasty. This led directly into the Nara period in 710 AD, when Japan's first permanent capital was established in Nara. The city was a magnificent grid, a microcosm of the Chinese capital. The great Buddha statue, or Buddha, was constructed, a monumental feat of engineering and devotion that you can still see today. This was a golden age of Buddhist art and the beginning of Japan's written history, with the creation of the Kojiki and Nihon Shoki, which blend myth and historical fact. But the capital soon moved again, this time to Heian-kyo, modern-day Kyoto, marking the beginning of the Heian period in 794. For nearly 400 years, the imperial court fostered a uniquely Japanese culture. This was the age of aristocrats, elegant poetry, and refined aesthetics. It's when Lady Murasaki Shikibu wrote The Tale of Genji, considered by many to be the world's first novel. While the court was flourishing, power in the provinces was slowly shifting to a new class of warriors, the samurai. This shift in power exploded in the late 12th century, leading to the Kamakura period. The Minamoto clan, led by Minamoto no Yoritomo, defeated their rivals and established the first shogunate, military government. The emperor remained a figurehead, but real power now lay with the shogun and his samurai warriors. This was the dawn of Japanese feudalism, defined by the Bushido Kude, way of the warrior. The next few centuries were turbulent. The Muromachi period saw the Ashikaga shogunate struggle to maintain control, leading to the chaotic Sengoku period, or the Age of Warring States. For over a century, powerful daimyo or feudal lords battled for supremacy across the land. It was a brutal time, but also one of dynamic social change and the rise of legendary figures. Out of this chaos, 3 great unifiers emerged. First, Oda Nobunaga, a brilliant and ruthless strategist who began the process of reunification using innovative tactics and firearms. After his assassination, his loyal general, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, continued his work, subduing the remaining clans. Finally, Tokugawa Ieyasu, after the decisive Battle of Sekigahara in 1600, established the Tokugawa shogunate, which would rule Japan for over 250 years of peace and stability. This was the Edo period. The capital moved to Edo, now Tokyo. To maintain control, the shogunate implemented a strict policy of national isolation, closing Japan's borders to almost all foreign influence. This peace allowed Japan's domestic culture to flourish. Kabuki theater, ukiyo-e, woodblock prints, and the merchant class grew in wealth and influence. The population boomed, and cities like Edo became some of the largest in the world. But this isolation couldn't last forever. In 1853, American Commodore Matthew Perry arrived with his black ships, demanding Japan open its ports to trade. This event sent shockwaves through the nation, demonstrating the West's superior military technology and sparking a crisis that would bring down the shogunate. This led to the Meiji Restoration in 1868. A group of reform-minded samurai overthrew the shogun and restored the emperor to power, not as a figurehead, but as the symbol of a new, modern Japan. The country embarked on a breathtakingly rapid campaign of industrialization and modernization, adopting Western technology, government, and military structures while still trying to maintain its Japanese spirit. This newfound strength led to imperial ambitions. In the early 20th century, Japan went to war with China and Russia, securing colonies like Taiwan and Korea. This expansionism continued, culminating in the invasion of Manchuria in the 1930s, and Japan's entry into World War II as part of the Axis powers. The war ended in devastation, with the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. From the ashes of defeat, Japan experienced an economic miracle. Under a new, pacifist constitution, the country focused its energy on industry and technology. Companies like Toyota, Sony, and Honda became global household names. By the 1980s, Japan had become the world's second-largest economy, a testament to the resilience and hard work of its people. Today, Japan is a fascinating blend of the ancient and the ultramodern. You can visit a 1,000-year-old temple in the morning and ride a futuristic bullet train in the afternoon. It's a global leader in technology and pop culture, from anime and manga to video games. While facing challenges like an aging population, Japan continues to innovate and captivate the world with its unique culture and history. And that, in a whirlwind tour, is the entire history of Japan, from Joman pottery to J-pop. It's a story of isolation and adaptation, of warriors and artists, of destruction and incredible rebirth. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more deep dives into history, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Let me know in the comments which part of Japanese history you find most fascinating. Until next time, stay curious.